Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We are back for another session of the Galavants through Rashiva. Don't mind the bed frame behind me. And yeah.
Everybody mind the bed frame. Look at it. Look at it right now.
No,
Stare at it.
no.
Ah!
Mind it so much.
Cover that part. There we go. I can't see it.
Ah, dang it. He's hiding it from us. He's hidden his secret mimic girlfriend. Come on, tell us. You like that adhesive skin.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Oh, come on, Koga. Don't just post that in the chat. If you're gonna say trash talk your enemies, say trash talk your enemies. Embarrass them.
I was just about to say, embrace your inner Val.
I'm pretty sure Val has trash talked the ever living Christ out of like Silicons mid-combat. And it
Actually, I'm
immediately
pretty sure
bit
he
him
did,
in the
didn't
ass.
I think he did.
Yeah, he did, and it immediately bit him in the ass because the Silicon immediately after got a hit on him.
The joys.
And the way he described it was that he got up, the Silicon got upset at the words enough to try harder.
Alright. So,
I still haven't fucking logged into Roll20.
alright. When
Alright, golly, we've gone longer than normal.
Yeah.
Since our last campaign. So what was the last thing we were doing? We
Barry?
Barry?
We're gonna ask for a refresh, please.
Yeah, last time.
I remember.
Okay.
Alright, Koga, go.
I want to do it. Okay. Last time on Galavants, last time, more or less, Val decided to enter the funky vault to get the stuff needed to please the god, so they have enough power to go save Glory, I believe. That he got the thing he needed, and he also got the necklace that the other god wanted.
And
That he put on and
remember.
cursed himself.
Exactly.
Mara got the deck of many things that Val immediately took after, and also a staff that can be used to go to hell, more or less. Barrick is basically busy, is about to interrogate the Sanzing lady, who's Val's newest adopted family member, to see what she knows about the whole funky wizard dude and what he's planning. And Gideon, meanwhile, is busy going back to the temple to hand the rose back, and then go find his cat.
Excellent.
Huh?
Impressive recollection. Perfect. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Alright. I think, though, it was down to Gideon and Mara for whose, like, little sections no, wait. Mara, you went with Val, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where I got the deck of many things that
And
Val
where
took
you
from
pulled
me.
the single most powerful card in the deck on your first freaking try.
Yes.
We're judging you for that. I'm judging you for that at the least.
At least you didn't use it to wish you had a limitless supply of apples or something like that.
No.
Dude, imagine if Mara's like, oh, I can undo any one event? Undo Gideon's and undo the kidnapping. Undo Calvin's existence.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you literally got the most powerful card in the deck. You could have upended the campaign, but you just You in true Mara fashion, all of the super duper powers of it went whoosh.
Oh,
I mean, to be fair, she used it to guarantee she will see her parents, so...
yeah.
Yeah, it was an amazing character move. I loved it. That is beautiful.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And frankly, it means I can do other different fun things.
Ooh.
Okay, so I want to go back to the deck of many things and pull the Fates card again.
Preferably someone that's not Mara.
But they're
I
my
don't know. Maybe it
cards.
should be Mara again, considering how good their luck was.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, I'm back. I got the correct glass for my my good stuff.
All right.
Um,
Oh yeah, and also Mara stole a bunch of coins from the
yes.
vault right behind Val's back.
yes, of course, of course.
But yes. Someone's at my door. Okay, great timing. Be right back.
But yeah, if I remember correctly, it's Barrick's turn to do the whole interview thing, or interrogation, and then Gideon's whole go to the temple.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In which case, Barrick or Gideon, which would like to go first?
If I remember correctly, I already stated that I would like Barrick to go first. But it's up to him, of course.
I'm fine either way. I'm sipping the good stuff right now.
All right, dice roll for it. Fire roll goes first.
Just D20.
Yeah, yep.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright, we're rolling to see who goes first.
A 3.
3, lovely.
Bot says roll 1d20.
I was about to say, unless Gideon rolls like a 2 or a 1, which is possible.
Yeah, it's like Gideon has a 10% chance of rolling a 1 or a 2.
Oh my god! I see this tonight's session's gonna go great, guys.
Wait, hang on.
I
Guys-
see the fates are truly with us. Alrighty, oh boy.
Guys, I feel lucky. Let me draw a card too. Guys.
No.
Alright. Well then, Gideon. You are returning to the Church of Lyresha in order to give back the ceremonial robes which you had borrowed from the priesthood there, correct?
Correct.
Alright. Then, as you enter, you come in at roughly midday. I think it was around that time, when we had left off with where Val and Mara had completed their search through of the royal vaults. Following this, you actually come in as a service is just ending. You can see other worshippers walking past you. They bow and give their varied thanks to you. You know, some of them place their hands on your armor as they pass, and they seem pleased by this. You see, standing at the head of the sanctuary area of this church, the head priest, which you had spoken to previously. He is stood there, looking contented.
Gideon just sort of holds his hand up, waves toward the head priest, and starts to approach. He has the ceremonial robe sort of folded over one hand, like one arm.
You raise your hand, and he sort of looks up and stands a little taller to get just that slight different angle. And then you see a smile spread across his face, and he opens both arms and bids you come toward him with another.
Gideon Taurus approaches and sort of holds out the ceremony robes, sort of bows his head, closes his eyes. Thank you for letting me borrow this. It was of great help.
Oh no, thank you. I am glad that simple services could be so useful to a hand which actively serves our dear Lady of Love. Tell me, how did things go? I heard there was quite a bit of ruckus in the palaces. That there were talks of someone having been captured, attempting to snoop through the castle halls. There was speech of a great coliseum being reopened. I did not hear the specifics myself. I was too busy in duties of prayer and preparing for a festival.
Gideon just sort of looks back up, opens his eyes, and sort of nods. Indeed, those rumors are true. It does try a bit of trouble, but nothing I couldn't handle. You might be pleased to know that more than a few nobles were more than eager to have service with with me.
I see. I am under the impression that some of their relationships were faltering. I hope that your guidance was welcome to them. Perhaps there is even good news of love's rekindle?
Of course, I would not have returned if I wasn't able to do at least that much.
Excellent. Then let her name be blessed here. I will return these immediately to their appropriate place. Is there anything else you would require from us? You do seem a little troubled. There is an air about you.
He sort of shakes his head. No, nothing that you can assist me with, I'm afraid.
Very well, then. If that is so, then I will simply offer prayer and dear Lyrasha's blessing to you. This, I hope you will accept.
Of course. Who am I to refuse such an act? Um, I am afraid I may have misplaced one of my pets. I think I need to go looking for them.
Oh, I see. Then, indeed, go and with the peace of Lyrasha's love. He places a hand on your shoulders, like starting from your left shoulder with his left hand, lifting it, placing his right hand on your right shoulder, places both hands atop your head. Then he bows to you himself.
Thank you. Oh, wait. I do need a moment of privacy, just to make sure I haven't misplaced something of great importance to me.
Oh, certainly. Would you prefer a room for prayer, or would you like the sanctuary here? I
A
can
room,
guarantee. Ah,
a room with slice.
then here I will have an aide come and bring you. I must attend to duties here right now. He waves a hand. You see somebody else walk toward you, another follower, more modestly dressed than he, who softly
Didn't.
takes your hand.
All right. Thank you.
Oh, of course. Hey, it's my pleasure. Anything for somebody who can spread their love around as you do. Here, it's right back this way. And she leads you, and you are given a room. It's softly candlelit, but this particular room does not have a window outside, but as you are sitting there in it, it's peaceful, it's comfortable. there's a comfortable carpet. There's seating to either side. There's a table off in one corner.
Alright. Has the aide left? Like,
Indeed, you are here by yourself in this room.
alright. Gideon just sort of puts his bag down, portable hole, more or less everything he was carrying on him. He just sort of opens up his bag and starts looking at it. So we go into the funny, funky DM whisper, waspy whispers for what I'm about to ask.
Oh, okay. Alright, it looks like we're going to be disappearing for a moment, so...
Yeah, it shouldn't take that long, I think.
Well. So how are you guys?
I wasn't expecting to come off mute so fast.
Yeah,
I was sitting
same.
over here just chilling and talking to the spouse as he just woke up.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm just over here just snacking and enjoying my drink. And then it's just like, I'm ready, bro. It's like, I know I'm one of the two characters who has to do stuff first, but at the same time, I want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Cat got her fluids, so I'm giving her treats.
Wonderful.
The treats that she will absolutely take my kneecaps for. See if I can get her to do it. No, she already smells it, so she knows the gig's up. She knows that she's getting it. She'll do this really, really loud meow, and it's really funny. Oh, they're back.
Welcome back.
It didn't take that long. Next time I'll just message Lana.
Alright, go ahead as you please.
Alright. Gideon is very much relieved that it's still there. He just sort of closes his bag back up, takes a moment to just sort of, like, pause there, collecting his thoughts, maybe say, like, a very trick prayer in his head, grabs all his things, stands back up, and starts to leave the search. He just wanted to make sure that his most important object is still there.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Was there anything else that you wanted to look into? Or do while you're here?
Not have to search specifically, but Gideon is definitely going to go and try to look for the cat.
Alright. Are you just searching around generally, or...
Generally, and depending on how that goes, he'll look more specifically.
Okay. I'll just have you do a general investigation roll to start with.
Alright. General investigation. 19.
Alright. You start to look around, and you actually get a whiff of the little black cat's scent. You understand that this is a part of my draconic natures. You have focused in enough on this cat that now I can find this cat. You begin to follow the scent. And it leads you to the same library where Barrick happens to be heading to. Or at least as I recall, that is where Barrick is heading to, correct?
Barrick was, we still have that whole conversation with the, that changeling.
Alright, well, Then, Gideon, you are led to this library alone. But in its halls, you are aware that this cat has made its little disappearance.
Gideon, sort of more relieved till you know it's a general location. He sort of calls out, Spot! Spot, where are you? He's decided to call the cat Spot.
You walk through for a while. Once you're in the library and you're more sure this is where Spot is, you call out after walking for a few minutes, and then you hear a little
Spot? Mirror.
sort of hear the meow walk slightly further away and then meow again.
Alright, he starts to quickly head towards where he hears the meow.
Spot's meowing keeps moving, till suddenly you trip over Spot and sprawl flat onto your face. And you feel a little thump as Spot climbs up onto your back. You feel pat, 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 all the way up your back, onto your helmet, and then you feel a plop. As Spot is now sitting on the back of your head.
Needing this sort of size and the mixer of I don't know, I cannot.
Exasperation.
Yeah, thank you. Exasperation. Ugh. And a relief. There you are, Spot. He starts very slowly, very carefully get onto his feet again.
Sort of awkward to do because now you are balancing a cat on your head whilst trying to keep your head pointed downward in order to not lose balance of cat. You stand back up and you don't know what part of the library you're in. You don't see anyone else walking around. You don't see any employees. There's a layer of dust on the books. And you don't hear any of the normal hustle and bustle even of the quiet of a library.
Gideon looks towards the nearest book, like the nearest spine of the book, to see if there's any titles that might hint at what more sort of place he might be located in, like what sort of aisle.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh. Uh-oh. Constitution. 16.
Looking at the words causes a momentary headache, then they seem to resolve into something readable. You look a little further, and although the title doesn't make much sense, it reads Mothballs, Bone Legs, and Chicken, Chicken, Chicken. And you're aware from looking at it that that's likely not the real title. Like it seems purposely obfuscated to your view.
Gideon sort of thinks, being slowly, carefully raising up both hands, and goes to lift up Spot from his helmet.
Yep, you do still. It's about as difficult as it normally is with a cat.
Gideon just sort of puts him on to one arm, this sort of cradle type thing that leaves at least one arm free. He sort of looks around now, see if he can make up any more information from this general quick glance.
There are lamps that are glowing softly, though instead of the warm light of before, this is a dark blue that seems to obstruct your vision any further than 20 feet out. You look up and you see blackness spots in your vision as you try and squint past it. You make out the vague shapes of more shelves above, yet it's difficult to see beyond that.
Getting this sort of size again. Okay. And what were you doing in here, Spot?
Your cat just looks at you with an expression that appears wholly blank. Just
Not a
that sort of mischievous cat blank stare.
not a single thought in those eyes, huh? Uh, Gideon focuses his attention back on the nearest bookshelf. He tries to see if there's like any sort of like, you know how scroll libraries and like normal libraries have like usually like this one big like thing that tells you what sort of genre it is.
Ah,
He tries to see if there's
directory
anything like that.
information. Looking, you do not see this. You're sort of in the middle of a row of shelves.
And thinks to himself, he reaches out to pull out the Sicken book.
You do so, and
He
you feel a pain in your hand. You take 2 psychic damage. Next thing you know, you fall backward onto your back with your armor clanging loudly, and then you see a librarian, cat ears and tail, full ears folded down, and her tail poofed, and she, goes, shh, quiet in the library, please. Goodness. And then carries about her business, organizing the books. Your hand is empty. It's the normal library all around you. Your cat is still there.
Gideon sort of blinks. He looks down at the cat. Looks down at Spot. Tries to see if there's like any sort of like indication that might have been real.
You're looking at Spot.
Yeah, to see if Spot has reacted.
You see Spot's tongue slowly go. Nyeh.
Head empty.
Gideon he sort of blinks, looks back at the librarian, and asks in like this sort of hushed tone, trying to not be too loud. Excuse me, is there any blue lamps in this library?
Were you talking about that silly legend of the secret wing? Goodness. The teenagers must be passing around. No, there is not a secret wing to the library. If you would like any further information about that, you may speak to the head librarian. She'll tell you all of the facts you need to know that there is no such secret wing of the library.
He sort of nods, and where is the head librarian located?
Well, currently in business, and you would need an appointment. It may be a few days before you're able to speak to her directly.
He sort of just nods quietly. Oh, in that case, no need to bother. Is there no one else that has any information on it?
Not that I would know of.
Just sort of nods, pats Spot on the head. Alright, then I'll be on my way.
Alright. Is there anything more that you wish to do?
No.
Alright. Barrack, you're up.
Hello there.
Hello.
Yo yo.
Barrack wanted to know me.
So, alright, what you doing? What you doing, dwarf boy?
I'm still with the that changeling, and I think
You know, the poor, traumatized, threatened changeling.
yeah, and I'm not sure
Val has
where,
no regrets.
and I'm not sure where the head priestess or the guard captain is. If they stayed in the room with the changeling, or if they also left.
Speaking of cats, there's my cat saying hello. Not sure if anyone heard her. As far as I recall, Val just gave the captain of the guard and head priestess orders to just sort of remain there.
I think so.
Yeah, they would still be there.
Yep. Alright. Well, I'm still with the changeling then. I'll probably, first and foremost, just try and get him to, like just like a spot where it's just like, not necessarily leaving room, but just like help, like just calm him down before like really asking anything.
Are you doing anything actively to assist him calming down, or are you just sort of not standing all up in his grill?
It's probably kind of like like a combination of like both, and that it's just like, probably just like provide like offer like words of a kind of like a way to like like just focus on the voice, take deep breaths, you know, in out, while also maintain like enough distance where it's like if the changeling wants to come closer, he can. Like he's not. Beric is not getting up into the changeling's face the way Val did.
Very good. So yeah, it's been a bit now. But the changeling seems calmer. It's assumedly it's been silent for a few minutes here.
Yeah.
The changeling eventually speaks up. So, is that the guy that is gonna be my brother?
From what I know, which albeit isn't much, he does have he was at one point, from what I've been told and heard, that he was the crown prince. So I guess you could say yes. It's just that right now, with everything that's happened, he's not in the best of mental states right now.
Hey, oh, okay. Hey,
It's like it's like with all
okay.
that's happened over the past week.
What did I guess he ask me question? Is what you do want?
I what's what do you know of the whole situation? Or at least what have you been told?
I knew he existed, and that he'd be my brother. I wouldn't be taking his place since I'm not a direct bloodline relation.
Which, understandable. I know there was brief mention. Was it you that mentioned that you were going to have to like marry someone?
I would. Yes. Um, he has a a, a half sister. I think it is. It's. I'm just a normal guy here. I signed up because I get to be a prince and I have like some training in how to be a noble because I was originally going to be a butler, so I had to know a lot about it, and I thought this was going to be great. I thought my life was going to improve, and it was gonna be fun. I'm getting threatened by the guy who was going to be my brother. I thought it'd be cool because like I could secretly talk to him and I could form a nice relationship, and then I could introduce him to his half sister because I wasn't sure if he even knew about her, and I didn't know any more about it than this. It was. And like I was apparently a great candidate because I'm a changeling, and he shapeshifts in front of your eyes, sort of like your eyes sort of stop registering him as one shape, register him as like blur, and then he looks like Val, but like a skinnier, slightly different facial structure brother. So like could easily be a sibling of Val.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Who was it that asked you to do this? Was it the king or queen, or was it the
I got a letter from the queen, so I'd have to guess it was the queen. I mean, unless not, because
What,
this is
do you?
like the way you guys are talking. It's sounding like they're not a thing or something. It's
Well,
concerning. Because then
they are.
me, technically, I could be construed as you as usurper for the throne or something. I don't want to get executed, okay?
No, it's
You
like
can visibly see by the way that he's like starting to hyperventilate again.
like Barrett. It's like Barrett just goes like, "May I come closer to you?"
I, you're a lot calmer. Then, yeah, I'll let you. Yeah.
And I was like, "All right, what I'm just gonna, it's like I'm gonna go in for a hug, and just be like, shh, calm down, calm down." And
He's
like,
tense at first, but evidently the physical contact is welcome, and soon it's just hugging into you.
it's like it's all right, it's all right. Um, from the sounds of this, like you had no part in the whole situation. You were brought in as an unknowing to the full situation.
Yeah, I just thought I was getting a lucky break in life, and I get to have a cool brother who I could have a secret friendship with, and it'd be like some of the storybooks and like I wouldn't necessarily be a part of history, but he could. I could just kind of exist in the footnotes and uh
I think in the long run, it would still be up to Val in the long run. It's just I know right now with everything that's going on, he's he's stressed, and it'll probably be a moment before he's in a state where he could like properly sit down and think about things because well, I won't go into the whole specifics right now, but he and the advisor, the head advisor, do not have the best of history right now, and from the sounds of it, the head advisor may have had something to do with what's currently going on. So the
Oh no! You jogged my memory. Okay. The advisor guy. I overheard him through the door talking about some secret study that he had somewhere. It's probably got a lot of information you guys want. I think he said something about a password that he bragged about how it would take someone super knowledgeable to guess it. So that's all I got though.
it's still something. I will say that it's a lot better. That what you just provided is actually a lot of information right there. And I think I do not want to push this like a relation, having a brother relationship with Val right now, but I think give him if he give him some time, he might actually come around. It's just I know right now he's not in the right mental state.
I just have one question. Can I
What?
just can I stay here? I don't really care if I'm technically locked up. Like if it's just a really nice cage. I don't want to be implicated in anything. So can I just stay here?
I'd be fine with that. What? How does that work for the other two of you? He kind of just looks at the head priestess and the head guard. Like,
Guard captain starts to shake his head. The head priestess kind of reaches up, takes his cheek, and kind of turns it into a nod, and she starts nodding, and he's kind of giving her the side eye as he starts nodding of his own accord.
because I know I'm not the person to make these decisions offhandedly. Because I know with the whole situation with the king and queen right now, it kind of, in a ways, it kind of falls on you guys, and then also potentially Val even. But I will say, you did mention you were given a letter by the queen, or at least it was
I don't know where it is, but I was. Huh.
if we were to find it, what would you allow me to take it?
Yeah. Just you go if you find it, you did yes.
Because it could be, because as you said, it was signed by the queen from what it looked like. But uh, like I could always check with Val to see if it was actually signed by the queen. And, like compare the handwriting. So, but yeah, yeah, if things end up not working here, I'd likely be able to know if I likely know a few places that where you'd be able to, at least stay for the time being.
I would much appreciate That I surely would. Thank you.
I mean, yeah, especially because I work with the libraries, and I do tend to visit a good number of them over the. So likely they, even if it's not through the working through my particular god, um, I would likely know people who would be able to help you with that. At least, at least set you up so that you'd be
Barrick, you might
comfortable.
need to start speaking up a little bit.
All right. But yeah, it's like even if I like like I know I'll try and help you get set up if elsewhere if things don't end up working here. But and then I also know others, know people who would provided with your skill set, given you skill set, would be able to help get you set up elsewhere as well. Provided like what like wherever you wanna. I was like, we'll try and I'll definitely try and place you, where you want to. It's just
I really don't care about that right now.
you just want a safe spot.
Yeah.
All right, all right. For the time being, if this the castle here doesn't work out, I know at the library. I work for the for Ogram. Uh, Is it Ogma? And I know a good number of the libraries are, I find to be safe spots as well. So if things don't work out here, we could take you over to some of the library, and get you set up there.
Okay. I mean, that's yeah, yeah. Okay.
And of course, Barricade, it's like after that first talk, he hit Barricade kind of step back, and I was just like, hey, it's like if you like, and he kind of just like gestures like, hey, if you want another hug, it's like I'm always here for you.
I appreciate. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy myself a little bit. Yeah.
Alright. If you're gonna be staying here, for the moment, what's your name that we could, preferred name that you'd like to be called by?
Um. Well, you could just call me. I don't know. Just call me Bread. Just call me Bread. BREAD. And that 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 will just work for me. Just I'm gonna go. I need to go sit down. This changeling looks very exhausted at this point, though much more thankful than when first spoken to.
Probably, probably like calm down at least a little bit now that's like he's actually able to, talk, about what he knows and is not threatened.
You guys are just not gonna let me live that down, are you? I'm sitting over
No.
here on the mute side of my mic being like, I really want to interrupt.
But at the same time, Barrick, doing this alone was able to get so much information out of this conversation.
Val was mad. He knew what he was doing, though. He knew sending you to talk to the changeling was the right idea, as well as sending the, the other two. The head of the guard and the head priestess.
It is at this point that the changeling is wandering off towards a different area of this little sanctuary.
Probably, find a place to just crash and sleep for the next however long he sleeps. Or they sleep.
Indeed.
And I'll kind of look to the head guard, the guard captain and the head priestess and be like, thoughts?
This is to the head priestess, correct?
Well, kind of like he kind of like, looked to both of them and was just like, kind of like thoughts.
The captain of the guard looks a little skeptical. The head priestess, she looks like she is all happy with what's going on. Like she is okay with it. She's pleased about it. She's down to have him stay here. That's what you can see just from that first glance.
Alright, I think for the time being, this might be a good, just keeping him here might be a good spot, if only just that, like, we know where they are. Although it wouldn't hurt to maybe have, like, somebody, like, kind of like directing this towards, the guard captain, or like maybe having like somebody that you trust with the situation to kind of just keep an eye on, on the, keep an eye on the room, this area, or at least have somebody assigned to them.
I think I can do that. Is this all you wanted with him?
For the time being, yes. I know the others might have, questions for them, and like, at least for right now, I don't want to, because the kid just seems like, stressed. Like, this is not something that he fully signed up for. Like, given he thought he signed up for one thing, and then with everything that's gone on, sudden changes, could stress him out more. At least if we keep him here for the moment, we could keep an eye on him. For them, I should say.
Alright, I at least see what you mean. Very well. See to it that he is well cared for.
And then I'll likely talk to the rest of the party about, at least for the, once we get the party as a whole gets to, ready to leave, see about at least, bringing him to a place outside of here, into like probably like a different spot, place where he like where they could thrive.
What will you be doing while we are working here to ensure things continue to run and operate smoothly.
I know there's some things that I personally want to look into in terms of like the library. I will want to go find that letter though that he did. Brad did mention about that he said was like at least was looked to be signed by the Queen about this job this job that he was talking about. Because it could be, it's, because did say, well, it was from the Queen. I do want to just, check check and make sure that it was actually sent from the Queen and that it was, not sent by somebody else, signing in her name.
Alright. Well, you may go ahead and do that. I will make any further preparations needed.
Alright. I'll get to looking for that letter that was mentioned.
So you're just searching around this complex, correct? Poking your nose here and there.
Here and there, likely places where like a letter might be.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So, what is your passive perception? Real quick.
Passive perception is a 13.
Okay, so that alone would not be enough. So if you do want to actually find it, you will certainly need to make a roll for it.
First. Like, I will take that passive insight. It's like, if only I could. It's like that passive insight was probably good at, like, getting a rough read on bread. And then perception, I'm assuming.
Indeed.
A 12.
Not bad, but not enough to really find anything. You begin searching through, and as you're looking, it just seems like you're coming across the same thing over and over again. You look and, oh, that's not it. Oh, did I already look at that paper before? This isn't it. It's just evading your attention. It seems to be that he lost it quite some time ago and has not himself been able to recover it.
Oh man, I keep forgetting I had that. Could have gained proficiency with that skill. Whoops. Channel divinity.
Alright, so...
Because I do want to keep looking for that letter.
Alright, I will let you re-roll twice more to attempt to find this.
Alright, hold on. Let me do something. Let me find channel divinity. There we go. I am going to use my channel divinity knowledge of the arts to gain proficiency with any skill or tool for 10 minutes. And that'll be the eyeballs. Do I have eyeballs? That is perception.
Okay.
So 13 for the first roll. And then... Yeah, know what? For the third...
Okay.
third roll because I'm assuming that's probably not enough with a 13. Because I don't feel like adding the um, proficiency bonus to the roll manually. I'm do enhance ability for the second roll and do it the Owl's Wisdoms. I have advantage on wisdom checks or whatever perception is. Yeah, perception is a wisdom.
Alright, okay.
So for a total of 22.
Gotcha.
Well,
Hello there,
19
Morg. Good to see
normally,
you.
if it's within the last 10 minutes of the,
Welcome to the stream.
searching for the previous one, of the previous roll, it'd be 22.
You have been looking through, you looked through, you've scattered papers, you've opened drawers, you checked behind drawers, you looked on top of the filing cabinet, it took a bit of finagling to climb that high, you've checked in between pages of books, you happen to find it underneath a little piece of carpeting that had been used to balance out the chair at one of the desks in a room. You see it, and there it is. You notice that it still has the wax seal attached, with indeed the seal of the royal family pressed into it, so that at least is legitimate. The letter is still within, although it appears a bit worn from having been beneath a piece of carpet beneath the foot of a chair.
Alright. I'll take a quick glance at it real quick before it's kind of get a rough gist of what the letter is saying, and then
You look at it. At first, it just looks like it's repeating the word fish multiple times. You sort of like turn your head away, you look at it again, and it's a series of different styles of hats in place of letters. Just like little tiny letter-sized images of different hats, all jumbled and without really any patterning. Look away and you look back at it. It's just a bunch of little like almost pixelated looking chickens, all on like various different animation frames. You keep looking away and looking back at it. It's something different each time.
motherfucker. Motherfucker. Detect magic.
Illusion.
It's like, huh, figures. The fact that I can't read what it says. And then I'm gonna try to spell and set illusion magic.
You're going to try to what?
Oh shit, I didn't mean to do it. Oh, there we go. Dispel magic.
Okay, you are casting Dispel Magic.
Yeah.
You cast the spell. The letter is now blank.
Bruh. Motherfucker. Berg has that immediately just like, motherfucker. It's likely something related. I'm just hold on to it a moment, but being very careful with where the fuck I put it, cause don't want to lose it.
I mean, you're still under the effects of detect magic, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are aware that the paper is now non-magical. You dispelled magic, all right.
Yeah.
Welcome
Probably
to
some
Val's
sort of
life of hatred.
the flavor of hatred Barrack has right now is just bruh.
Very tired hatred.
Of just I'm about like I haven't met this I'm already done with this shit. I'm gonna deal with this later. Take the letter, get ready to leave. Or what remains of the letter. Because he'll just figure it out later.
I mean, it's still a letter-shaped piece of paper.
Like, the only other thing that I could think of would be to, like, at least right now, would be, see if it, kind of like that invisible ink kind of deal and just, like, hold up, like, a heat source to it or something.
Well, I mean, you may either continue trying to solve this by yourself or consult a friend. The option is yours.
Use your one lifeline that you have on this scenario.
Quick, use spell magic on dispel magic.
Undo. Control Z.
Yeah, it's like, if only that were an actual option. Which, I was like, I would. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have. It wouldn't be a control Z. Unfortunately.
Ugh.
Am I right on that? Well,
You are indeed correct. You cannot undo what was just done.
so yeah, I'll probably just take it for right now and, get to the probably at least go to find the rest of the party.
Alrighty then. Real quick, where was everyone last headed?
Val and Mara were heading back to the place where Bread and Barrack were, if I remember correctly.
Yep, we had finished up in the treasury and we were heading back.
Dylan would be heading back as well, since that's what he said he would be doing.
Found his cat.
Yeah, something like that, and he's all ready to go.
Alright. Then, you all end up meeting in the halls of the castle, as eventually you all hit a sort of a merging point.
Hello!
Hello there.
I found Spot.
I got magic cards and Val took them from me because he's a meanie.
Because they're not yours, Mara, and you shouldn't have drawn that. What if it had been really bad?
I found them, finders keepers.
That's not how it works!
Yes, it is!
It's in the palace vault! I invited you in!
That deck of
Shut up,
cards
other
meant-
voice that I keep hearing.
That deck of cards does not sound good.
Oh, Barrack. there's something that might be interesting for you.
Yes.
Apparently there's a secret wing to the library I stumbled across.
Ooh, I'll definitely have to look into that. As if I
Uh,
already don't have stuff that I'm looking into right now after the
uh,
talk with Brett.
who's Bread?
The changeling.
His
Oh,
name
okay.
is Bread?
Yes.
Is he
I asked
tasty?
for the same.
Mara, we don't eat people.
But his name's
No.
Bread.
Just because someone's name is a food doesn't mean they're meant to be eaten. I have spent way too much time together with everybody here. I need a vacation.
Oh, wait. Found out some information that may be of interest to you, Val.
Yeah, what's that?
So, Fred overheard Mr. Motherfucker.
I love that we don't even call him by his name. We just call him asshole, motherfucker.
I don't
Anything
even-
that is-
I don't even remember his name.
I'm sure I have it written down somewhere, but it is just much more entertaining to come up with a slander for his name.
Apparently Brad did overhear Mr. Mr. Head Advisor, or the motherfucker that was your former mentor, say something about him having a secret room,
That
And-
honestly doesn't even surprise me. I'm not
and
shocked.
that the password can only be found by somebody who's extremely knowledgeable, at least using Brad's wording.
Well, I think you're probably the most knowledgeable person among us, so you probably have the best of luck of finding it.
God damn.
So
Oh,
the
aside
internet.
aside from Mara finding a deck of cards that did something that allows them to see their parents, we did find the other things that we were looking for as well.
Is Barrick still holding the card or the envelope paper?
Yeah, he
Hey,
likely has it like off to the side.
what's that?
Oh, this was a letter that Brad was given that was like, he said it was from the Queen. You know, like inviting him, you know, to take on this the job that was like, you know, essentially, you know, bringing him in and having him essentially step up and be like Val's brother. Or at least like kind of like brother-in-law, I guess you could say. Because he said that he was going to be brought into yeah, it's like he was originally a butler, that it's like he had some training, and apparently he was going the job was to essentially kind of like be kind of like not to replace you. It was not to replace you, but to kind of add as like another addition to the family.
Well, if he's not here to replace me, and he's
No.
not an addition to the like, how does he become an addition to the family? As far as I know, I don't have a sister or another brother.
Apparently, you do have a half sister. At least from what Brett had told me.
Well,
You
well,
did say
yeah.
that,
Who would he
you may
marry?
or may not have been aware of it, though, that you had a sibling.
Hey Lana,
Yep.
would Val have suspicions of having a sibling?
One moment.
Why is my nose so itchy today? Ugh.
Changing of season, dry skin.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Would he happen to know whom the
Which side it was
the parents of the child are, like if it's the father or the mother that had the child?
Could be either or.
Okay, so it's 50-50. I will spray you again, voice in my head.
I mean, we have a pretty good idea of what at least one of the parents has been up to in their free time.
That is extremely valid. Val is trying very hard to forget that.
But, yeah,
Would
no.
anyone like to consult the OnlyFan to see how that was about him?
I will leave this chat so fast.
Oh wait, that was that pun completely flew over my head. Oh.
Anna, the next time I see you, you're getting squirted. Oh God, no.
No!
Stop.
Do we need to get Archer in here?
Okay. Diamond, just slap the R18 at the start of every stream now. I'm not tiptoeing around it.
Oh, kids out of the room. Is it not safe for kids to stream any longer?
Yep.
Not that it really was to begin with. We're swearing like sailors up in here. Plus, the lewdness behind the scenes. That
And Val is literally a walking. You can see it on his very skin and hair. He has received a hickey from an Alron. One absolute heck of a hickey.
it ain't going away anytime soon.
Oh, it's permanent now. Yeah, that thing is permanent now.
Gideon is correct about that information.
Yeah, I kind of just assumed.
You've been marked, Elfie boy.
And marked by a lot of shit. Val's self-righteousness of trying to protect his party from absolute disaster is causing him to self-destruct. He is perfectly okay with this, mind you, but it is causing him to self-destruct.
What?
Chuck's over here saying the parent saying that you are the reason that I drink.
What does Val drink?
Not enough dwarvish liquor in the world could probably put him at ease.
He has something a little stronger he can visit back to anytime. Winging on the nudge. Sorry, not sorry.
Anyways, getting back to the game.
Dungeons and Dragons, right? Fantasy?
Right.
Yes, this is all a fantasy.
But yeah, no, something else that was of note was that he did mention that he did, Brad did get a letter from the Queen about this.
May I see the letter?
Sure. There was some sort of illusion on it, so I couldn't cast on it, so I couldn't read it. So I tried spelling said illusion.
Wait, hold on. Excuse me, an illusion?
There was an illusion.
Second? That ring any bells up there?
Gideon, you get into bad chicken?
What?
You just said chicken. What the hell is going on?
Wait, I guess I probably explain. So when I was looking for Spot, I sort of, stumbled into what I think is the secret ring of the library. I couldn't actually read any of the books, because when I went to, read one of the titles, all I saw was this weird title. I think it was Silicon Sicken.
Oh, so we're not doing the
And-
chicken dance?
It was very clearly like an illusion. Wait, Gideon does know it was an illusion, right? Or it was something affecting his mind?
Yes, yes, you would be aware that it was an illusory effect.
Wait, hold on. I'm thinking. So, wait. I don't. This might not be. This might not be anything, but there's a secret ring of the library with undecipherable text, and the queen sent a. We know that the mage has a secret room that takes a lot of knowledge, library knowledge. Do you think maybe the secret library ring has something to do with it?
I mean, wouldn't put it past him, but at the same time, Val, would he do something like that? Would Fuckface do something like that?
Do something like what?
Require, like, essentially have, like, a thing where you have to go find the, a hidden room via the library.
Oh, if
I mean,
it helps. Go ahead. My
sorry.
bad.
It's not unlikely, as much as I absolutely abhor to admit it. He was a brilliant man. So he just shudders at that thought. He hates admitting it that much. But it would not surprise me, to be absolutely honest. But let me see the letter really quick. If this truly was a letter sent from the Queen, there should be a signature.
Yeah.
Well, a hidden signature on it.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. It's easier if I show you, if it's there.
Yeah, no, like, the one thing I did notice, it's like, at first glance, there was the royal crest on the, like, the wax seal. But I figured I'd take it, because Brad said that I could take it with the letter with me, because I kind of told him, I just want to ensure that this was an actual letter written by, the Queen, or if somebody else wrote it in her
The
name.
wax seal has history of being stolen. It's more of a formality.
Yeah.
There's an additional precaution that the king and queen. Oh
Yeah.
God, my
Yeah, no,
memory's a
that's
bit fuzzy on it, but it was implemented generations ago when the technology to do this was discovered.
Yeah, that's
Again,
why I
let me
figured
see
I'd
the letter and I can show you.
Yeah. Or like I said, I did try dispelling it, so
It's
the
not.
orig-
It has
yeah.
nothing to do with what was actually written on the paper, if
Yeah.
anything at all.
And I'll
And-
provide, hand it over to Val, because it's like, I figured you of all people would know what to look for.
And he'll take the letter, and if this is a letter that
If I may interrupt,
yes,
the moment you put your hands on the letter, paper feels wrong.
like what, like wrong how?
It doesn't have the right texture, it doesn't bend the right way, creases too easily, you sort of flap it in the wind, it doesn't make the right noise.
Basically, this is not the same quality paper that the king or queen would have used if this was something that they had.
Correct.
Cool. So pretty much from that, I don't even need to do the thing I was thinking of doing, which I was gonna let you decide with.
Yeah, you guys all watch Val take this piece of paper, just sort of like stop, kind of flap it a little bit, fold a corner, sort of just like hold it up to the light maybe.
Yeah, actually, to finish my thought, just because this is what I was gonna go with this, is have you ever seen really old papers that used to have like secret imprints on them? And the only way you would be able to see it is if you held it up to the light, kind of like how you can do with like our money now, and you'll see like a double image of the president.
You can what?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, hang on.
I don't know if all money has it, but it used to be really 2006. Yeah. And basically I was just going to remimic that.
Huh.
Pretty neat,
Diamond
right?
Yeah, Diamond's over there being like, "Oh, I didn't know a thing. I learned something today."
That is really interesting. Why did they do that? Huh.
It was a new money security measure that came after like 2004 or something,
Ah.
to try and catch counterfeits.
Okay.
Interestingly, there's another neat security feature, and that is there is ink on paper money, which only shows up under a black light.
Yep, which is why you'll see a lot of tellers who will take a black light over money. The new way to circumvent that, because that was also a security measure, is that there's the special markers where they will mark them, and if it is a fake counterfeit, it will change color.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, the pieces of fabric that are half metallic as well.
If I remember correctly, don't these like security measures only go up to like $20 bills, and that's why most stores don't take 50 or above?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Or it's like if they do take, above, a $20 bill, they're checking every single one that they do get.
Anyways, going on for money facts. So yeah, you guys see Val interacting with this piece of paper, and basically before he even does anything, he's like, "This is false. This is not a real, well, not real paper sounds kind of weird. It's real paper, but this is not the same quality
The wrong paper used
by a
compared to
royal
what-
family
yeah.
member. This is, excuse me, but this is commoner paper. I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that it is not the quality of paper that a royal would have sent an important or any kind of letter on at all.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not something that's weird as it is to say. This is not something that is readily available around the palace, and not something that would be readily available to a royal. I didn't see this kind of paper until I left the palace. That's how uncommon it is in here.
Right, that's why I figured I'd take it to you, because it's like, considering what we do know about the king and queen, I kind of figured with how like somewhat recent this letter was, that it was not done by the queen.
On top of
If
that,
it was a queen, if it was really a letter, I'm kind of thinking that Mr. Fuckface had something to do with it.
yeah. We should start referring to him specifically as the former head advisor, as to get people familiarized with that concept.
Gotcha,
We don't want
former
him being able to come back and thinking that, oh, no one thinks he left.
Yeah, that's actually a solid plan. And then as for right now, Brad is currently, I was able to, get him calmed down a fair bit. And I did say, like, because from what at first glance I could tell from him, he did seem honest with what he was saying. To be fair, I didn't do anything like Zone of Truth him or anything of that sort to fully get it but from like that first glance kind of thing.
Political affairs are just so extremely messy. They were messy before I left. They're going to be messy 100 years after I leave.
Yeah. So from at first
Did
glance, it does seem like he doesn't know too much about the situation. So
well,
right now he's still in.
regardless of my feelings on the matter, he is simply a pawn in this game.
Yeah, and like I did tell him, as of right now, hold off and potentially any. Like I was like, sure, eventually, if you still want to pursue, having like a brotherly relationship with, like having like he wanted to potentially have like a brotherly relationship with you. He was just like, I did tell him to, just hold off on that for the moment, considering everything that's going on.
I I appreciate that. I am currently sour about the matter and how this potential relationship could have started, but I have no objections
Yeah.
to it
And,
either.
like I did say, just hold off for right now, and like potentially down the line, you'd be open to having that sort of thing. Um, and it's just as of right now, um, he is kind of be staying in the area where we found him in like that gilded area.
Yeah.
And then I did ask, um, the head captain, like the guard captain, if he could have somebody that he himself trusts, to be kept with him.
That's a really good idea, Eric. I
Just because
assume
it's
you
like,
got the head priestess and the
yeah,
head guard's approval then on the matter.
yeah,
All right, that's
okay,
good enough for me. I
yeah.
don't
At
need to
least
have
for the
another
time
say in it.
being, yeah, it's like at least for the time being, we'll just have him there. And then because I
I'll put
kind of figured,
I'll
we'll,
put
we
them as his guardians for
yeah,
while he's here.
because it's
That
like,
way I don't have to directly interact with him and be in charge of him.
yeah,
And that
and
way
I
they
kind of
can look out for him as well.
yeah, and I kind of figured, you know, th- with how the situation could play out, that down the line when you know we could pull him out and get him to a separate spot where he could we could you know the, put him in a safe spot. But for right now, I think just leaving him in like where we found him with a trusted guard on him is a good spot to start at.
Well, we can at least clear his name as far as the fact that for the most part if what you said about the letter is true, which I don't doubt you. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I don't say it that way to presume you to think that that you think I am doubting you. But if the letter that you saw is true and he was able to read what he did read on it, because the illusionary effect could have just been specifically for him,
yeah,
and that's what he perceived it to be as, then he's definitely innocent of this matter. He was just someone who was unfortunately
like a pawn, as you said, a pawn in this.
yeah, he's definitely most likely a pawn in this whole
Yeah.
scenario. Considering that he has not revealed much of anything of the scenario, I don't think he is
And like the fact
guilty of
that
anything.
he freaked out when like essentially when you showed up.
Yeah. Um, but we're gonna need probably a little more evidence to actually prove that he is innocent.
Yeah.
So I think with what we've done with him as of right now is the best course of action that we can do as of currently.
Yeah, I
Um,
think that's like down the line, sure we could, see about putting him potentially just like under a zone of truth by somebody, preferably by somebody that is not this party, because that way, if he's telling the truth, it's not coming from one of us saying that, oh, hey,
we could be seen as a biased opinion, whether
yeah,
we go one way or another.
yeah,
Biased if we consider him guilty, biased if we consider him innocent, which I, even given everything that has gone on, I have calmed down somewhat to understand that I believe that he is innocent,
yeah,
as of currently, given the evidence that has been currently provided
yeah.
so far.
Yeah, that's why I said, preferred, zone of truth if we do have to go down that route by somebody that is not the party.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
and then, just like we do also have the guard captain and then, the head priestess who could, like back us up on
yeah.
certain things as well. So,
And so long as he doesn't cause any trouble while he's here, I
yeah,
imagine that he'll get an easy conviction as far as the fact of innocence. But considering again that it doesn't seem like he was out in the public very much, we might not even have to do anything. This might just
yeah,
be a strictly unanimous decision amongst us.
yeah. But yeah, like at least for the time being, we'll just have, as I said, just have somebody, have a guard on him just to make sure, but even if it may not be us, it might be somebody else who might. not necessarily have a great opinion.
Well, we also don't know if he has allies. He was head advisor, but that made him head of council as well.
Yeah, so it's not only for like our safety, it's for his safety as well.
Mhm.
For Brett's safety.
Agreed.
And that's why it's specified to, the head, the guard captain is like, hey, preferably put a guard on him, that's someone that you can trust.
Mhm.
So,
And if we make him a ward of both the head guard and the head priestess, then it becomes much more difficult to touch him.
yeah.
I would love to put him under the guard of the royal family or the council, but there's
Considering
issues
the
with
council right now,
and there's currently no, well, supposedly my half sister. Which, what is the deal with my half sister? Why is this a thing now? Just
he, like I said, Brett told me that it's like even if you weren't like fully aware of it, that you did have a half sister. He didn't provide much detail beyond that. So that's something that will have to be looked into as well.
if she's here, I imagine she would have to be here. If Bread was here to be essentially adopted in, the only way to be adopted in is to be actually adopted in or by
Or
marriage.
married in. Or essentially, like, as, either adopted in officially or married in.
Yeah, exactly. And if he was to be married in soon, then she's got to be here in the city somewhere. She's probably in the palace somewhere.
Yeah.
Or somewhere nearby. Let's go see if we can find the former head advisor's room and maybe find that secret room that he has.
So, if it helps, the librarian apparently knows a lot about the secret ring of the library.
If there was one, or if they had knowledge of it.
They have all the knowledge about the rumors of it. Or I could try to retrace my steps and see if that works.
I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt to, do both paths.
Well, the main issue is that the librarian is busy and will be busy for the next few days. So we'll be staying here even longer.
It's taking more time than I wanted it to. I have to meet with the Stalos, as I have the item that he required of me to get Gloria out of hell.
From the vault.
Yeah, from the vault. Which,
And then we need to go back to that plant lady to get the souvenir to hand back to the wizard. Oh, it's gonna take so long. It's been
well,
in
we
there.
can cut our time going to her by getting some royal horses from the palace and riding out. But that's the best we can do for that scenario.
Wouldn't that attract a lot of attention? We're supposed to be stealthy going through the woods,
I
weren't we?
think animosity of our being here is long forgone.
It was probably mainly just the head advisor,
I mean,
the
the same.
former head advisor, and your former mentor. I think were the biggest ones. Biggest
And an
forces.
entire coliseum of people.
Yeah.
People know I'm back. And unfortunately, I stand out quite a bit. Even before the changes. And he'll just kind of gesture to his face.
And tell.
Hentail.
But yeah, let's get a rough plan then of what we're gonna be doing.
Oh, I need to ask Mara something real quick. So, Mara, you said you said something about drawing a card and being able to see your parents again? Or Val said something about it.
Um, did she say anything about her parents? I think they just said the card.
The, Val
Yeah,
mentioned it.
Val mentioned something if Mara didn't.
Okay. It's like, oh yeah. There was this weird deck of cards in there, and I drew a card, and then I met this goddess lady who gave me the ability to change the future, and I made it so that I can see my parents.
Uh, uh, you, mm, good for you.
What's wrong?
Getting this nods quietly.
It was
Barrick, you actually might know what it is, and Val will pull out the deck of cards and show Barrick. You know what this is?
he'll pick it up, and do I have to roll anything?
Just any magical item.
Stream died for a
This
second.
could
That's
perhaps
fun.
be construed as the magical item. As a legend that was told you in your time in the colleges that gave you the skills to be a cleric of Ogma, you learned that this item is in fact the remnants of one of the previous gods of magic. Their essence coalesced into this item. Now, you are also aware of something else. It is not one deck of cards, but actually 3. Upon thinking this, while you are holding it, you all witness the case, clear, crystalline, appearing to be made of quartz or some other similar translucent crystal. This case morphs. You see that within it are now 3 decks of cards. On one, its cover card reads The Many. On another, the cover card reads The Fates. On the third, the cover card reads The Harrowing.
Oh shit!
Hold on, I got shit to write down.
Okay,
Are
so there's a deck of many, a deck of face,
Of
and a
face.
deck of harrowing. Interesting. Alright.
Like Barrett's immediate face is just like, oh shit! As soon as you takes a hold of it, it's just like,
So yes, Barrick, you're currently holding in your hands the turned physical essence of a god.
Oh!
like Barrett's face is like as soon as he gets a hold of it, and just like he realizes what it was. It's kind of like that, very much the face of like, oh shit, oh fuck me.
So Val, you know that piece of paper that you're holding? Barrick's skin tone becomes indistinguishable from the tone of the paper.
Oh!
I think it would be safe to say that Val probably isn't too different either, and he was a pale boy to begin with. Just seeing a deck just split into 3, Barrick's reaction, it's just like, what the fuck did we just get ourselves into? Barrick, I'm assuming you have more to tell me than what I am seeing before me.
So, I thought this was just a legend. First and foremost.
Yeah.
Um,
Usually how this kind of shit goes.
This is the physical manifestation of a former god. Like, this is a physical, like, what remains of a like what physically remains of like an old god of magic, if I
Ooh.
recall correctly. No touchy.
In other words, something we should probably not be fucking around with, right?
Yeah. Do not fuck around with, unless you very much want to do a fuck around and find out, with potentially very serious consequences.
Mara, you are one lucky devil.
Yay!
Mara pulled a card already, as we already got the gist of before me handing that over.
So wait. So it's split into 3 decks, right?
Yes.
Or it's not just like an image inside the crystal case.
Like the case physically got larger to accommodate 2 more decks.
Alright.
Okay. Well,
Like,
should I go put it back in the vault?
No!
No.
Look,
Mara
it was
said
safe in
it
there
gave her.
before.
Mara said it gave her the power to change the future. It to be
Yeah, one
It might be-
card.
one card out of many. Imagine what the other could do to help us.
or
We need-
harm.
Or
Look.
harm. It's still a magical item. This is not every card is going to be good, and
Alright, and we need everything we can get.
you want to take a 1 out of 156 chance of
150.
pulling another really good card that's going to help us.
Because it's like, from the title cards of these cards alone, you have one deck that may or may not that may be helpful, one that may be neutral, and just from the last one, the deck of harrowing, you might be risking it for the biscuit. Although I personally do not know everything that's in these decks, because again, this was considered just a legend, and not everything is really known about this. Not much is necessarily known about this outside of the legends. This is very much an item that, even if we are to keep this with us, this
This
stays
can also just as
within this
easily be
deck.
used against us too, though.
Yeah.
You don't think anyone else knows about the... Okay.
Look, the Royal Vault is not something anyone should know about aside anyone who is a royal themselves or a immediate royal advisor.
Oh, right, you
Fucking
know, the
Christ.
head advisor
Former.
who might be very interested in the... Look, the head advisor was able to
Former
put
head
a demigod
Why didn't he get it
under
sooner?
his control. What do you think he would do if he got his hands on the essence of a full-blown god?
There's a lot of stuff in there that he could get his hands on. Why didn't he go in there sooner?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe since you opened the vault, it'll be easier for him himself to enter too. We should keep this with us. If only because there's a very real chance that since you've opened it, it'll be easier for he himself to enter. Maybe he has like something set up so he could now knows the password.
There's a riddle to enter. It's very cryptic.
Wow, it's like he's the head advisor. Maids who can kill
He's
us
not
in a
allowed
word.
to enter the vault. You only know of its existence. You're not supposed to know where it is, not supposed to know how it's entered. You know that it exists.
Yeah, but we're talking about a guy who can control dragons.
Yeah, with the help of another item that's also mythic quality. Mind you, it was a fake.
So,
Fine, we'll keep it with us.
yay!
Mara, no.
Oh.
You got lucky once. I don't want to see your luck run out.
Luck doesn't run out, silly.
It does.
It's not it.
It can.
It really does. Mara, I went from being the crown prince of this kingdom to being a slave. Luck runs out. Barrick, why don't you hold on to it since you're more familiar with it? I don't think I could, in good conscience, keep that on me.
Alright, I'll keep it on me then. Definitely. Like, Barrick will definitely, like, take the moment to actually, like, put his bag down and be like, alright, give me a moment before we go anywhere so I can put this in a safe spot in my bag.
Sounds good. Take the time you need. I am exceedingly drained from all of this.
Here's something that you might want to know about how I found the secret part of the library.
Yeah.
I tripped over a spot and fell on my face. I'm not sure if that's how you're supposed to enter or...
Literally tripping into something that you weren't supposed to.
Look, Spot was on the ground, I didn't see him.
My statement still stands. You literally tripped over something into something you weren't supposed to.
Right, so I guess that means Spot knows where it is. He looks down at Spot.
Magic cat? It's not unusual.
Well,
Maybe
I'm
he
sure.
was able to dispel it to some degree, and by you interacting with him and the object at the same time, you were able to bypass the door.
I'm sure Spot is very magical indeed. He pats Spot.
Loud purr.
I want you guys to also know, like, the way Val looks right now, he looks tired. Like, he looks exhausted. This man looks like he could pass out in, like, just standing up.
It's like, Val, you're definitely looking like you should sit down for a moment.
If I sit down, who knows what will happen.
I think we all need a rest after everything that's happened today. I don't want to waste any time as much the next die, but I'm like half dead, and I'm sure none of you are eating better.
Yeah, and then, was there anything else of note in the vault, Val?
Is Mara still carrying the staff that nearly killed Val?
Oh yeah,
Likely.
I forgot about that.
Yep,
We got-
still holding it.
We got this and a
Yeah.
magic talking necklace.
Who has been surprisingly quiet.
He can control my hands.
Yeah, I mean, look, hey guys, I was just being nice over here. You are having a serious conversation. It's kind of rude. Interrupt, you know? Hi, by the way, I'm Terrence. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. And Mara's hands are waving. Like Mara's hand is kind of like reaching out, grabs Barrick, shakes, reaches out, grabs Gideon, shakes it.
Well, I appreciate you being quiet.
Yeah, look, all right. It might be a necklace. It's cursed, so, like you can't take me off. But look, I get it when you're having an important conversation. You know, it's kind of important. You don't like butt in on things. Yeah, all right.
He's funny.
Appreciate it, regardless.
Anyway, hey guys, Terrence. Yeah, I already introduced myself. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, these are nice hands. These are nice hands.
But yeah, we found this staff, which, if I remember correctly, can get us possibly into the underworld or into hell, whatever the proper phrasing for it is.
Hey, I mean, somehow it works by something. I don't know what.
And if anyone but Mara apparently touches it, they get hurt. A lot.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Demon heritage, you touch a demon artifact, you don't get hurt. You know.
Mara's just going to sort of just the gears turn in her head. She looks over at Gideon, and then she takes the staff and just poke right in the cheek.
Mara's gonna friendly fire the whole party.
Won't be the first time.
Touched by it, you take 1 point of psychic damage.
Ow.
Yeah, Mara, you see him kind of go like wince as the staff makes contact.
Then she does the same to Barrick.
Yep, Barrick, 1 point of psychic damage. Actually, Barrick, your brain's ring clear. You get 3 points.
Oh.
Move.
Get insult to injury
Wow.
for being smart.
It's like, oh wait, you're smart. More damage.
I don't even know how to feel about this.
I am invincible.
For the moment.
Well, against anything that's not a demon.
And
That said, I have to get a hold of the Stalos and give him his thing. And then I'm probably gonna rest.
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking ahead, and at some point, Val, probably after we take a moment to rest, because I know you're not feeling the greatest right now.
I am very tired.
Oh, I was wondering if I would be able to take some stuff that for spell components.
Oh, yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Just give me a list of what you need, and we'll figure it out. Probably tomorrow before we leave.
Yeah.
yeah, Val, the vault had the deck in it, right? And the staff.
Yeah. And Terrence.
And Terrence. Right, so at least somewhat terse items. Don't you think we should probably see if it has anything more helpful? Like, before we leave properly. Like, I know it's your family's vault
That's
and
the
whatnot.
plan.
Huh?
I have to get council approval to remove anything from the vault since I'm still banished. Just because
So
I feel
you want their approval to get something when you're already banished?
technically I could be imprisoned for life if not executed right now for just removing what I have.
You were already planning to be executed? What are they going to do? Double kill you?
I can argue the fact that that is a case, but look, it's royal family stuff. This is stuff that's been inherited from every family member in history for the last 100 years or so. Hundreds of years. And it doesn't feel right for me to just take it. If it weren't for the fact that these are the items that I specifically was seeking after to get Gloria out of hell, to get us in hell if that doesn't work, I would have gone through the proper channels.
Fine. This all has a purpose, right? Right,
Yeah.
we need the staff to enter hell, and you need the same for your dog.
Yes.
Yeah, the only thing that maybe didn't necessarily have a purpose that you guys still took out was like the deck of cards.
You promise that this will help, right?
If the Stalos holds his word, which I believe he will, then yes.
I'll take your word for it.
Lana, I call for Thestalos to fulfill my first bargain. Or to fulfill my first favor, sorry.
You call upon him with a moment's prayer, and everyone, there's suddenly a billowing explosion of flames in front of you that quickly lashes across your bodies. You feel the heat, you feel the burning. Though you find that all of you are unharmed. And there is Thestalos, stood there in all his grand might.
Hi.
Oh, I'm Mara. Reaches over and pats Mara on the head.
E.
Oh, here, by the way, I think you dropped it, and he puts the crown back on your head.
Ooh, thank you.
Val pulls out the key that he found in the vault and hands it to Thestalos. I assume this is what you were looking for.
Ah, yes, this is something that I need for personal reasons. I'll explain later, but for right now, I'm going to be keeping this with me. He sort of puts it on a little chain and then clasps that around his neck. And then claps his hands together and rubs them together. Now, okay, you got staff thing?
Yeah, right here.
Excellent. Mara,
Yes.
can you speak? And Val, Gideon, and Barrick, you hear him speak something that sounds like it singes your ears.
Is he speaking Infernal?
No.
No? Okay.
Celestial, maybe? Doesn't ears.
No.
The only other one that I would think of is Abyssal, but I don't know Abyssal.
Here you go.
Alright, so we have some very toasty ears going on.
Indeed. Mara, on the other hand,
Oh.
you hear Thestalos ask if you speak the language Nervenum. To you, Mara, to your ears, it sounds kind of like, ooh, it's a little tingly. But you hear the actual word just fine.
Okay. I can't say I've ever heard of that language.
Okay. Alright. You got a good pain tolerance?
No.
No. Okay, that wouldn't work. Barrick. That's your name, dwarf?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, okay. How fast can you teach a language? Wait, did you even hear the name of the language I spoke?
What?
I kind of noticed, like, the three of you sort of scratching your ears. Like, you probably didn't actually hear me, so you can't. Okay, Val, you might need another thing out of your vault anyway, because you're gonna have to shove a new language in Mara's head. That staff doesn't work on any normal demon language. It's specifically one, I'm not gonna say it again because it'll cause your ears to feel like they're kind of like all fire kind of exploded in there, which is unpleasant.
Well, I planned on taking the rest of the party to the vault. Why don't you just tag along anyways? Sleep can happen when I'm dead. And Val will just basically turn around and start walking back the way he came from the vault.
Okay, I shouldn't enter in there. I'll let you all figure that out. Basically, you're looking for something that can put a language into Marva's head. Plain and simple.
Smacking a book technically qualifies for what you just said.
Hold on one second. And he vanishes in another explosion of flame. And he reappears.
I love the sarcasm I just do against Astalos whenever he asks something.
And then, when he has reappeared, your dear beloved friend Gorok is standing next to him with a very pleased smile on his face and his strange chimeric body,
Oh, God.
using one of his four-leg hands to wave at you all.
Okay, first off, before anything else happens, remove the goddamn tail!
No.
Come on! Do you understand how inconvenient it is to sit on a chair?
Exactly.
You think you have it rough. Imagine doing it your whole
Go
life.
on with it!
Oh, this is turning out to be a lot more fun than I imagined.
And take Terrence!
No.
God damn it!
Maybe that one I'll consider later. But you mentioned that you might need to learn a language.
It's like, yes. Well, more specifically.
Mara needs to learn a language.
Yeah, I think it was called Nervenic.
Oh, close. No. Close. Try again.
Navenic.
Oh, so close. Try again.
Nah. Mara, do a big think. Can I roll to remember?
Yeah.
All right.
Saw that coming.
Simple intelligence, I assume.
Yeah.
All right. 8.
No. You try your hardest to think. You suddenly realize you are thinking less.
That's terrible.
As Mara is just sitting there trying to think, you sort of just see her blue screen.
404 error. Automatic reboot was done and has not completed yet.
Tomorrow.
So, Gorak stands there, kind of stroking his beard with one of his four-leg hands, looks very, very strange, considering he's a centaur-shaped, bizarre thing. And he goes, I'm not going to remember. It's a shame. But I have the artifacts to see. The books. And especially you have to read from them, though. I won't tell you how. But there should be one in your vault.
That is so exceedingly helpful. And it is. Val is saying that with the utmost sarcasm he can absolutely have. A book. A book among books. I'm looking for a piece of hay that is slightly different in color to the rest of the hay. Thanks. It's not even a needle. A needle would be easier.
If it helps, it smells like strawberries.
Ooh, I can smell strawberries.
Val just looks disgusted at him and is just like, that is probably the most helpful thing you have ever told me. I am terrified.
It's like, if only I had a decent quality pearl, I could probably help with identifying it.
Okay, back to the vaults we go then.
Back to the vaults we go.
Oh yeah, and Mr. Val's God guy, can you tell Val to stop being a meanie?
Well, which one?
Either or.
Mara, why do you need to make my life more difficult?
Because you took my cards away.
You are lucky to be alive right now.
Did you say car?
No.
Oh,
No.
I am drawing a hard line now. No. You, of every being in existence, besides probably a couple others I could think of if I really wanted to, but you're an immediate presence right now of no.
Spoiled sport.
Damn straight. Someone's got to be the damn parent around here, and the gods certainly aren't doing it.
Have fun though. As you hear this last bleat, you hear it just echo. It starts sounding like one bleat, and then it sounds like 4, then 8. It continues to grow exponentially as it echoes around you, but slowly fades. And he's gone.
I am never going to want to be near a goat farm, ever. No. Let's go back to the vault. Let's go get the book that smells of strawberries.
Okay, so you know how we had that conversation about what type of dragon born Gideon is?
Yeah.
He's a brass dragon. So I was right.
nice.
There's a really weird bit of the brass dragon wiki that I just want to mention real fast. Apparently, we know what they smell like.
Huh.
Huh.
For some reason, we know that brass dragons in D&D smell like metal.
Well, I mean, I could have figured that.
I assumed it would smell like brass. I assume that any of the metallic dragons probably smell like the metal that they correspond with.
I don't know how that makes it. Okay, so you're telling me if you see something red, you're gonna immediately assume it smells like something red.
No,
If it's a
because
living
red doesn't
creature.
have a smell. Brass, silver, gold, iron, all of that has smells.
Gold
Red
smells
dragon,
like
I
gold.
expect, would probably smell, well, is associated with fire, would probably smell like soot, sulfur, fire, char.
Silver smells. Okay, fine. Go ahead and laugh at me.
Not to laugh at you, I just found that really funny. I mean, it's still really interesting that, oh, brass dragonborn know what brass dragons smell like. Like, I don't think most, like, characters in D&D would understand that. That's just a me thing.
Another thing is really funny was like imagining this like adventurer like explaining to like his party members like all this details about dragons and just ending it with, "Oh yeah, by the way, they smell like metal, so if you catch a whiff of metal, it's probably a dragon. Don't worry."
I'm not sure whether that would make a character feel better or worse about a scenario. They would probably be, like, panicking all the time. Anytime that they were near, like, a smithy or something and just got, like, a whiff of metal, they'd be like, brass dragon?
Like the thing is that brass dragons are actually like the most friendly and like the weakest of the metallic dragons, if I remember correctly. Like they're very much like sat your ear off rather than hurt you type thing. Neat.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's my bad. I'm sorry. I just wanted to share that little bit of information.
So back to the vault we go.
Indeed.
Indeed.
you are entering the vault, correct?
Yes.
Can we follow? No, we'll
yeah,
get him
Mal's,
to follow.
Mal's leading you guys. Like,
Yeah.
that was the whole premise of this, is that we're gonna go and get this book that smells of strawberries from the vault, and then go back to Thestalos,
Alright.
who hopefully will at least follow us until he can't.
Alright. To the vault.
Oh my god. I have aged rapidly from that.
You're welcome. You are once again within the vault. It's glittering hordes surrounding you.
Alright. I think I got this. It smells like strawberries, right?
Yep. How good's your nose?
Very good. I can smell my cat from very far away.
I recommend probably bathing your cat then.
Alright, everyone,
He
start
smells
sniffing.
Perfect. Didion puts
For a book. So we can narrow it down at least to piles of books, or books by themselves.
Didion just sort of looks down at Spot. Makes like
Hopefully
this
it's not
like
in a smell-proof case.
Didion looks down at Spot. Alright, are you gonna help me?
You feel this little cat staring deep, deep to your soul.
Well, I trust you. Didion puts down Spot.
Spot sits. Mlum, 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 mlum.
Hang on.
I'm glad you're enjoying listening to us, Scott.
hang on. Does this create...
So are you guys all just staring at Gideon's cat?
Hang on.
No,
Cleaning
Val would
itself?
just start looking through piles of books and
Yeah.
just is, like, tentatively sniffing them.
Alright, everyone make an investigation roll, and since you're all working on it, you may all make it at advantage.
Woo! Alright.
Does Spot also make a roll?
No.
Useless.
I'm rolling with advantage, because my first roll was a 10.
Alright.
I got a 16.
So that's a straight roll or like investigation or anything like that?
Investigation.
Alright.
A 10 is as good as you're gonna get from Val. He is apparently more tired than he believed he was.
I rolled the name of a convenience store chain.
7-Eleven.
Neat.
18.
Dang.
That was my first roll, too.
Yeah, so it's probably
I mean, if you roll better, maybe you'll get a nat 20.
no.
Well-
He did roll. Gideon did roll it twice.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
That was-
second
Yeah,
roll was
so
an
if
8.
you
Okay.
yeah, so if you do advantage or disadvantage on the thing, it automatically rolls twice for you.
Nice.
So, Barrick, you find a book that smells of strawberries. And Gideon, you find a book that smells of strawberries.
Let
So,
me guess. It's
you
not the same
absolutely
book.
don't find any other books.
Found it.
Or it could be this book as well. I think it's depending on which book it is then.
Gideon looks at his book. What does it? Is there any like legible text on it?
You look at the cover of the book, and it says, "Strawberries: How to Make Bourbon and Then Conquer the World." An
I think this is the one.
Okay, Barrick, what does yours say?
I'll look at my book and see what the title is.
You look at the title of yours, and it just has a picture of a squirrel. It's an extremely nice picture. It's embossed. It has gilding around the edges of it. It's even got like a clasp on it. It's a nice cover. Like, this cover was quite expensive, you imagine.
No title, but really accurate. Just really nice drawing of a squirrel though.
Ooh, Mara's gonna walk over to the to Barrick and yeah, she's gonna look over at the book.
Yep, you see as Barrick does, that is a very detailed, very pretty squirrel.
Hmm.
God damn it.
Hmm.
I would not be surprised if these are both the book.
I have an idea. And Mara's going to sort of take the squirrel book from Barrick. She's going to look at the cover for a minute. And then she's going to bonk herself right in the forehead with it.
Mara, when I said that earlier, I didn't mean it so literally. It was simply an example.
Aww. Oh, he's typing. Oh, I might have just done something.
It's like the almost immediate.
Get ready to roll that con save, Mara.
It's like the almost immediate just sounds of keyboard. It's just like, oh.
Well, we found books that smell of strawberry. I guess the only thing left to do is to take it to Thestalos and see if he knows which one it is.
Mara's going to suddenly take a bite out of the book.
But Mara!
Mara.
You watch Mara take a bite out of which book?
Well, the book
I
she's
think the
holding.
squirrel one. Yeah.
Which was the one that Barrick had.
Bizarrely, you watch Mara take a bite. She's able to bite through it like it's just a peach. Like, easy as how.
Yeah, that doesn't even surprise Val. Val is not even surprised.
We should probably stop her.
We can eat books!
What?
I guess the idea of consuming knowledge was a quite literal thing for him.
Considering who it is you're talking about.
Shut up, Barrick. It was rhetorical. Well, before Mara consumes the rest of the book, we should probably take it to Thestalos.
Mara's going to
And he-
suddenly start speaking in little chitters that sound like a squirrel. This isn't the
Cronkeeper?
this isn't the book. This is about talking up to squirrels, and she tosses the book to the side.
I would not be
so-
surprised if I looked at the pen name on that book being Kronk. Okay, let's take Gideon's book to Thestalos and see if this is the right book or if we have to come back in here.
Oh, and the typing goes.
Okay, so you are now leaving the vault again?
Mm-hmm. With the book Gideon had.
Okie dokie. So, you
Uh.
walk out with this book. The Stalos is still stood there. He's pacing back and forth. He's kind of looking a little bored.
Gideon will be making sure Spot is following him, and if not, he just have him in his hand, in his arm.
Your cat?
Yeah, Gideon will make sure Spot is with them. Didn't want to lose sight of Spot again.
Or lock your cat in the virtually impenetrable vault.
Huh?
You would. I'm saying you would not want your cat to be locked in the impenetrable vault.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying Gideon is making sure Spot is still with them.
Yeah. He's joking about it, like, you know.
Yeah. Who knows what sort of chaos a cat could cause with so much magical items just laying around.
Well, the first thing would be that it would start eating a book for food that would allow it to talk to squirrels. I don't imagine that going well once it was able to leave the vault again.
It will walk out of that vault of God.
Well, it'll probably start talking to squirrels for an easy meal. It'll just convince squirrels that it is also a squirrel.
Like I said, like a God.
Wait, hold on. Thestalos just like picks Val and Gideon up. Wait, did you find the squirrel language book? Did
Yes.
anybody take a bite? Is it still whole?
I took a bite out of it.
Mara took a bite.
Oh, it's gonna be missing words. Can I have it?
I personally don't care. I want something for
You
giving
can
it
give it to me
you,
whenever.
kinda.
I just want it. I want that book. I'm trying to add all of the animal language editions to my collection. Let me tell you, they're hard to find. Okay, now, thing with this book, you gotta eat it.
Kinda got the memo on the squirrel book.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, you know, like, you're not gonna hand it to her, and then she's gotta eat it.
Mara.
Right.
Gideon holds out the book towards Mara. Well, slow down.
How?
Tastes a bit like a Red Hot.
Spicy.
Stalos this whole time, like, he was being a little serious before, but he's now very entertained by the fact that these books are around and available.
So great, DM. What knowledge have I obtained?
Oh, well, first of all, Mara, this one it's a little bit less like biting into a peach. This one's kind of more like biting into something akin to like a Twinkie or like a soft cake.
Chewy and spicy. Yeah.
You get like a nice cream filling, and that's real nice.
I'm concerned with your relation to the other god.
I collect this specific knickknack. Okay, I will fist fight you, and I will win.
Well, yeah, we saw how that went well last time.
I don't know. That was pretty mean.
Gideon, shut up.
What? Fist fight? You want to bet on it? I'll bet on it. You want to fight?
I just admitted that I would lose.
I got
What part of that was
swords.
not understood?
I guess. He's holding two like flaming swords. You can't keep them, but you could. You want?
I'll probably lose, but
Is that a yes? Is that a yes? Do I get to fight more people?
First off, hold your horses, Thestalos and Gideon. Not in the palace, preferably, please. You remember how our battle went? We pretty much tore that field up.
Oh yeah, it was great.
It was
As
great.
he's saying great, you see the flames on his body rising higher and higher and higher before they slowly return back to normal.
Yes, it was great. Had a great night. Was hoping to die. Didn't happen. Things are as they are now. So if you're going to do it somewhere else. Secondly, can we finish the thing we're here to do?
Yeah, some other time when I'm not, pretty hurt.
Oh. Okay. I guess we have to.
He didn't say no.
Yeah, I just said later.
While this conversation's going on, Mara's gonna go and try and take another bite out of the book.
Gideon just keeps it in his hand, not caring in the slightest.
While Mara is eating the book, Val's gonna go back into the vault and find the book about squirrel language that Mara already took a bite out of.
Yep. It's there.
Yeah, he just brings it back out of the vault. Maybe you can get Mara to write down the missing words.
Make sure you
I'm
don't.
just gonna explain how that would work, but that's complicated. Too much time. Too time consuming. I'll take this. This is good. This is a good payment. I'm happy.
Can you at least heal Gideon for me giving you that at the bare minimum?
Oh. Yeah, sure. Sure.
Appreciate it.
Fires a bolt of flame that completely engulfs Gideon. But when it's done, Gideon's wounds are all entirely healed. And Gideon, you are back at maximum health. It definitely feels like you were just lit on very fire, though.
Oh, someone's at my door. Hang on.
Like, it feels like everything should be singed. It feels like you should be, like, incinerated. It's an extremely exhilarating feeling. Like in your ears, you hear da-dum, 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 da-dum.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining this visual of this man on fire holding a book out as another person eats the book out of his hands.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Apparently, I missed something.
Oh, we were just
Dating got caught
describing
on
the visual
fire.
of everything happening.
What did you miss? What were you here for last?
Gideon getting healed.
Yeah, I just said, I'm just imagining this visual of, like, this man on fire, wreathed in flames, just casually holding a book out as another person casually eats it.
Did it feel good? Does it feel good? It feels pretty cool to be on fire, right?
Yeah, definitely would not recommend that. Wow.
Anybody else? Ever tried being on fire? Just kind of like pointing the finger around like it's finger guns.
I mean, if you're looking to heal somebody, I'm missing some of my health too, so...
Cool, wham! You are now engulfed in the enormous plume of flame. It feels like everything is on fire. It feels like your hair should be very on fire. It only lasts for about the course of 2 seconds that you are just this entire column of flame. You're being invisible through it. Then it dissipates, and you feel fully healed. Your heart is pounding in your ears. You feel this rush just going dum 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 through you.
Val just gives a big thumbs, like double thumbs up. Cool, appreciate it.
This is fine.
Val Val has just accepted this is fine. Everything's fine. He can do without the tail, but everything else is fine.
Uh,
So,
I was about to
have
say,
you
has Mara
decided
finished
to
eating the
consume
book?
the whole book, Mara?
yep. She would like hump, take one bite. Nope, nothing. Hump. Still nothing. Hump. Until eventually it was all gone.
Did be very careful not to have his fingers in the crossfire.
Nope, so as soon as you eat that last bite, something kind of like ding, like an elevator has arrived, and you feel like you just know this new language. You can speak it, you understand all of its syntax, you know how to write it, you know all of its weird grammatical quirks, you know how to swear, you know the whole gist of it.
Do I know the name of the language?
Yes, here, let me send it to you.
Ah.
Sponsor.
And she is going to speak in this new language 4 simple words. Val is a meanie.
Everyone, take a D4 of fire damage.
D4? What?
You heard me. Take a D4 of fire damage.
Alright.
Rip.
Oh.
Even Thestos kind of goes like, oh, that's a bit rough. That's a bit rough.
Oh,
It's good.
I'm
it's good.
assuming
Oh, that's a bit rough.
resisting the fire damage won't help me at all, right?
In this specific instance, no.
Alrighty.
Okay. So, now that you can speak that language, and now that you've kind of hurt everyone here, I just 1 second. So the sauce just reaches down and kind of goes smack, 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 smack across all your cheeks, and you feel like a little rush of heat, and you are all restored. Those couple of hit points that you just lost.
Lara just sort of rubs her hands.
Now, you can either go right now to the Hells, or, and I'm going to recommend this, you go to that vault, grab some weapons, armor, whatever, you're going to need it, and then go, alright? Otherwise, you're going to likely, I don't know, die, about to go fight off a bunch of demons, let me tell you, this is definitely tempting to go and have a murder spree or fight a bunch of things.
I mean, you're more than welcome to tag along.
Permission. I mean, like.
I mean, there's a guy down there breaking Abel's law. I mean, how much of a fuss is he really gonna throw about you being down there?
And my goddess is a demon, so I'm sure she won't mind. Gonna need some permission. I'll have to ask her, but. Oh, speaking of which, can you restore my spell stuff?
Your spell slots?
Yeah.
I just hold on. I'm on a call right now. He says, kind of like vaguely holding up a finger in kind of your direction. hold it. I'm on hold, I think.
I'm imagining him holding up his other hand in phone formation.
Yeah. We'll say he's doing that. Yeah. He's gonna. He starts leaning to one side, tapping his foot. He's like,
Come on, pick up.
trying to. Yeah. Is that hold music? Oh, he put hold music on. Okay, all right. So anyways, how are you guys doing?
Uh,
Everybody going great?
It's been a rough couple weeks.
He's okay. All right, cool. I can tag along. And you witness his normal skeletal appearance, which he's a fairly soft bone boy. Anyway, he doesn't have any like jagged edges or anything. Turns from that to some sort of a gothic hell skeleton looking thing that looks like you likely should not approach, or you will be cut by sharpened bone blades that are basically his whole being. His flames turn from a normal golden orange to white in places, to blue, to even green at the tips. His
I assume
fists
this
are
is not the form
clenched,
that
his eyes
Val.
look wild.
I assume this isn't the form that Val fought. It was the other form he fought, right?
You are aware if he looked at you too hard, he would just go unconscious.
Got it. All right.
All right, so we got Ghost Rider on our team.
Well, you know what, Gideon, what I told you earlier, fuck it. Do we want to grab some weapons out of the vault?
Yes, please.
Yeah, and armor. Cause
And armor?
Whoa!
Like,
Oh,
you were...
hey, that suddenly reminds me. I gotta actually, I gotta get back on the call. You guys do that thing, okay? I'm gonna ask him some questions here.
Sounds good. We're just gonna gear up as best as we can, and we should leave right after that to go and get Gloria out.
Let's go! And she immediately runs to the vault.
I was about to say we should at least, you know, for those of us who have cast spells, we should probably at least hold off long enough.
Barrick, you had a list of things for me, right, that I needed to find?
Yeah, some of
Spell
these.
components? Well, this is gonna be the place to get it, so...
Alright, I'm just gonna copy the entire one.
Tippity tap, tippity tap.
Excuse me.
So, you guys first, let me ask, is there anything specific that you are going to be looking for? I'll let you choose
hell yeah.
either a weapon or a piece of armor. Because you guys are kind of trying to look through quickly, right?
Rushing without the sense of rushing?
Understood.
Because we know we're going as soon as we gear up. But we also realize that our time clock has also been more or less null and void at this point. So, rushing without the sense of rushing.
Gotcha. I'll extend that to your welcome 1 weapon and 1 accessory type, or 1 armor and 1 accessory type. So you get a bit more flexibility there.
Okay. What is the limit of what we can find? Because we've already found essentially a couple wondrous items in here.
That, I will say, will be dependent on a roll. You can functionally roll like we'll give you generous. We'll say 4 times for your choice of either weapon or armor. So you pick one, you get 4 rolls for that one thing. You will also get another 4 for those accessories. You can then you effectively get that list. You can pick one from it.
Personally, I think Gideon is already pretty stacked when it comes to weapons, so I should probably pick armor. Like, Gideon right here is like a living armory at this point. He does not need another weapon.
But you have your full plate. Like, mind you, I'm not saying that there isn't better full plate, but
Right.
what is
That
your
is-
accessories looking like for boost, like for added abilities and stuff? Because you might
Added-
actually want to do 2 accessories.
Actually, yeah, that's a fair point. I don't think Gideon has like any accessories that benefit him directly in like stuff that isn't like pure utility, like out of character, like out of combat, helpful stuff. So yeah, 2 accessories might actually be like very valid actually.
Yeah, that's, I mean, personally from what I know of Gideon and what I've seen Gideon with so far, like that just makes more sense to me. And honestly, for probably most people here, that would probably be the best option. But obviously, I'm not going to like dictate what you guys do. If you want to do something different, like by all means, do something different.
So when you say when you say accessory, do you mean like literally accessories, like, you know, necklaces, rings, and stuff, or do you just mean any non-armor weapon magic item?
Correct. Any non-armor or weapon magical item.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'd love to get Val a different bow, but I was not exactly prepared to look for a weapon.
And I assume that
yeah,
shields
that's
count as armor.
Actually, why am I looking for a bow? I should be looking for 2 swords. God damn it, I'm stupid.
Well, remember, you guys are rolling, and then I'm basically giving you something
Oh, okay.
based off that roll.
Alright,
Okay.
So, what would we be rolling?
Yeah, basically just give me a d20, and you pick either weapon or armor. And you'd roll those 4 times for each.
Tristan, can we roll accessories first and go off from there?
Sure.
'Cause I think, like, for like example, if like Gideon gets like, I don't know, belt of giant strength or something, it'd probably be more beneficial to get like a weapon that benefits from it than like armor or something like that.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm not gonna. So when you say roll 4 times, is that like 4 d20s or like what?
4 d20s.
Okay, I would like to roll for accessories first.
All
Roll
right.
for accessories.
I'll let you go first as well. Then Gideon.
No. Up. D20, 4 times. 19, 11, 5, 10. For a 45 as end result.
Okay. That first one was a 19, correct?
Right.
Okay. So, gotcha. What was the next number?
11.
Okay. And what was the next one?
5. 5.
Okie dokie. So the first item you got is something called the Gloves of Healing. These are an item which, when you use your Paladin's Lay on Hands, increases the healing done by +2.
Nice.
Right.
The next one, if you're finished with that one,
I'm not. Hold on. What? Okay, I think it might be more beneficial for. Yeah, I'm gonna type something out. This is for lay on hands, or
yeah, this is for Lay on Hands.
right? I'll just type something out on Discord and go from there.
Alright, so you've got your Lay on Hands, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The next thing you see is a magic potato. It does +1 to hit. It's 1d4 bludgeoning damage. It otherwise appears to be a potato. Does not, however, count as a weapon, as it does this by instead equipping to your belt. It's got like a belt clip on it. But, yeah, otherwise, it's just a potato.
Tactical potato.
That sounds like something that like a Batman parody would have. Like, you may have foiled you may have outsmarted me, Joker, but you will never outsmart my potato.
Got bat potato.
You see, and then you just hear a "wah" as the potato goes whack.
How dare.
Speak.
And okay, so that was your first 2 rolls. What was the next one?
5.
Okie dokie. The next thing you find is just a common metal ring. And your last one?
10.
This one is a simple sash, which doesn't seem to have any magical effect either.
So I'll just pick one, right?
So yeah, you may pick from any one of those.
Alright, I'm thinking. Could I wear the gloves under my gauntlet type thing and it still work?
They are functionally silken gloves, but like you could wear them under your gauntlets and it would work. Yeah, I'll say it'll work since they are thin enough they'd be able to fit under your metal gauntlets.
Alright,
Okay.
I'll probably go with that then.
Now, weapon or armor.
That is a good question indeed. Uh, thing is, Gideon is pretty much set on both armor and on weapons. At
Just give me a
most,
wish.
at most, he needs like a better shield, and even that's debatable.
I mean, there are unique shields, so you could get it. You could look out and getting a unique shield.
That's true.
But isn't your sword two-handed?
It's no. Gideon uses a long sword, and that can be used as
Oh, it's-
one-handed.
Yeah, versatile. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Oh, and another thing is like, you could search, and then depending on the item you get, you can also give it to someone else.
That is also possible, technically.
True.
Yeah, I will ask you to decide quickly though, so that we can keep moving.
Okay. So weapons, armor, or another accessory.
You've already
Ooh.
done all of your 4 accessory rolls.
Alright, so you can only pick one of each. Okay. I'm just gonna flip a dice. Head for weapons, tails for shield, I guess. Coin flip. Just flipping. Heads, so I guess weapons, I guess.
Okay, make your 4 rolls.
Man for rolls. Me.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna have to put something away, so I'll just roll last. Or
Sounds good.
Oh, that's yikesy. 1743.
Okay, 1, you find the child's crayon. How it got in here, you're not sure. Yeah, 7, you find... At first it looks like a dagger. No, that's just a novelty letter opener. Next thing you find, it's a stick. Looks like these are maybe things that a child Val had left in here at some point. The third is a little tiny. It looks like a little bow. You kind of pick it up, and you fumble it a bit, and a little arrow falls onto the floor with a clang, and you have to kind of fiddle to get it, and you carefully put it back on the string.
Getting this almost stares in like almost disbelief before picking up the things that Val left behind.
Congratulations, you have found 4 of Valve's childhood toys.
Oh my
Yay!
God, get out of here.
So, who wants to go next?
I'm terrified of what Mara will find, but I kind of want to see what they'll get.
Alright then. Let's go. I am going to search. So out of character, I want to say armor because she already has a weapon, but at the same time, I'm trying. I don't know if that's what Mara would pick necessarily.
Well, the thing is that they're going by pretty fast. So I think you could spin it as these just so going so fast. He just so happens to find armor first, something like that.
Yeah, I think reasonably you can in character pick either or.
All right. Then yeah, I'll go. I'll go armor.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Searching for armor, make your 4 rolls.
All right.
Oh boy.
What? Whoosh. Okay. All right. So 16, 8, 5, and 7.
Okay, 16, 8, 5, and 7.
Yes.
Okay. So the first item you find is a pair of gauntlets. At first, the steel seems to be normal, but when you look at them more closely, you see that there is almost an active flow of magma beneath the armor. You hold them and the heat feels palpable. It feels at the same time warm. It feels welcoming. It feels like it's just to hold these. The next thing you find is a pair of gloves. You feel like you're more protected from heat when holding them. It doesn't seem to do much more than that. What were your next 2 rolls? Was it 5 and 7?
8, 5, and 7.
Okay. So for the 5, you find a pair of... They're very expensive looking gloves. They don't look like they'd provide you much practical combat use. 7, you find a pair of gilded, like very fancy gauntlets, but they're just normal gauntlets.
All right. And then the 8.
I believe the 8 was the pair of like leather gloves that felt like they protected you more greatly from heat than normal leather gloves would.
I thought that was the 16.
No, the 16, that is the pair of metal gauntlets which have the magma flowing beneath the metal.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought those were the same thing. Okay.
So okay. So you got basically 1 actually magical item and then 3 more mundane items.
Okay. Well, the heat resistant ones would be kind of useless because Mara is already heat resistant, so I'm gonna go with the ones that feel like magma.
So you place them on and you see them flash for a moment and they reshape themselves, molding so that they feel almost like they are a second skin. You notice there's not even any leather padding under them. They just fit themselves so perfectly to you that they need none. So it still feels like there's something that would cushion a blow, but these gauntlets are now a second skin for you. They go just a bit past the elbow. There's a little jointed piece.
Okay.
You are, as you hold them, you're aware that they are fitting themselves to you in more than just one way. That is to say, they require attunement.
Oh. Okay. So I can't actually figure out what they do until I attune to them. Okay. Well, then. Onto the accessory I go.
Okay. Another 4 rolls.
Wah! Alright. 3, 4, 18, and 5.
Okay. You find a very pretty ring. You find a very neat, it's almost like a rod, like you would hold if you were a ruler of some kind. And then your next one was 18?
Yep.
Okay. You find another ring. This one, though, seems to resonate. You hear a slight ring from it. Your sword kind of tugs with you toward it. When you
Ooh.
pick it up, it feels like the same moonlight that your sword is charged by.
Ooh.
You also see this ring fit to your finger if you do put it on.
Yeah.
So you hold it and you sense that it is also molding to you in the same way that the gauntlets are. In fact, the two fit with one another quite neatly.
Nice.
Yep, that is thus your lot of items. Your last one was what?
5.
Actually, just real quick.
My last was 5.
You find a very pretty skeleton key, but you're aware it's not magical.
Ah.
It's just real pretty looking.
Okay. Alright then.
Jangles jangle.
Well, once again, easiest choice I've ever made, so.
Val, this means that you are up.
Yeah. Terrified.
Ugh.
You
So
should be.
first, are you taking your choice or are you taking your accessory?
It was weapons, armor, and accessories were the 3 choices, right?
Your choice is either armor or weapon. You are guaranteed 4 rolls for an accessory.
Oh, okay. Val would go for a weapon.
Okay. Weapon for a weapon. Make
Yep.
your 4 rolls.
I'm just gonna do it all at the same time, because how bad can it be, right?
You say that.
Look, I'm very well aware of what I said. There is a reason my username is what it is.
1111.
We'll start off with the low, because how bad is low, right? That would be a 7.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, stand corrected. It is a 1.
Oh.
You find possibly the most expensive looking butter knife you've ever seen.
Yep. Okay. Next one is a 9.
Okay. You find an actual full-blown sword. It's made of bronze. It's very pretty. It has neat engravings on it, but you're aware it's not magical.
And my last one's a 12.
Okay.
Oh, wasn't there 4 rolls?
Yeah. 1, 9, 11, and 12.
Gotcha.
Okay. Don't believe you gave me the 11.
The 11 was the one I just gave you for the bronze sword.
I thought that was the.
That was the 9.
Yeah.
Was that the...
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well, I fucked up, guys. Someone's got to keep track of me.
Yeah.
So the 11.
So, okay, an
will
11
be...
and a 12.
Yep.
Cool. Gotcha. Okay.
Finds absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Oh, you're
You find 2 items.
funny.
One appears to be a blade, slightly curved. It seems oddly mundane amongst this collection. You pick it up, and you find that your breathing begins to regulate. You find it's easier to take a breath in, let it out. Take a breath in, let it out. It feels like you are more centered holding it. The next item you find is a dagger. Simple. Its design is a handguard. It appears to be made of brass, not too sturdy, and an extremely pointed tip. You hold it, and it feels like you're just that little bit craftier holding it. In fact, you get this instinctual need to kind of twirl it between your fingers. You'll find you're able to.
Well, these definitely attract Val's attention more than the previous 3 items.
Previous 2 items.
2 items. Okay. Writing down a note and forgot what I was writing almost.
Good
I hate it
job.
when I do that. Mid note taking, it's just like stop, gets distracted by another thing, and it's like, oh, what was I writing? Okay. So is this one of my numbers, or is this the last 2 numbers I had?
Yeah, these are your remaining numbers. You've spent them.
Okay.
For weapons at least.
Yeah.
So you still have your accessories to roll.
Right. That said, the regulating breathing thing is weird, but I'm curious as to what it does.
I have a theory, but
I
Probably.
also have a theory, but if I'm wrong, then this thing is actually fully useless for what we're about to do.
yeah,
But if I'm right, then it's going to be very, very good.
my only theory is that like it might be a calming effect. That's like about it.
I think Val's going to go with the blade that regulates his breathing.
Okay. And I'll give you all of the actual like effects list of these once we're done picking them.
Oh my god. Val has an additional thing he's going to be doing after he's done, that's not related to this. So I just heads up on him.
Okay. So make your 4 rolls for an accessory.
I don't know why I even bother. 5.
It's a spoon. It's got a handle. It's actually weirdly balanced for almost like you could easily whip it out.
Val's gonna go into spoon combat now.
Yes, yes. Seth,
Oh no! You
How
found my
else were
hidden
you-
broken class, the Spoon Warrior.
Val, how else would you fight the Nazi? It was thrown into the vault for the reason it's the only thing that can hold her back.
Anyways, 6.
Okay, a 6. You find a fork. It matches the spoon.
I'm gonna,
It also
I'm gonna
feels
go into
weirdly tactical and well balanced.
found a really good butter knife and now a spoon and a fork. I almost got my full cutlery set here. I might as well go into butler combat where all I fight with is actually just cooking utensils or silverware.
Okay,
Well,
so
well,
what's your
like
next
this-
roll?
An 8.
Okay. Aw.
I'm not taking the butter knife. The butter knife was from weapons. This is accessory. I'm not
You-
accessorizing with butter knife.
You find a pair of glasses. They seem
Okay.
a little bit tarnished, but there is a pair of glasses there, and it does seem set higher on a pile.
Val takes a quick peek through the glasses. Kind of like, you know how you pick up something, inspect it, except he's gonna like pick up and like look through the glasses.
Make a perception roll.
I'm gonna put my last number in chat so I don't accidentally roll it.
Ah, sounds good.
So. You said perception, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, first good number I've rolled. That would be a 19.
You are aware that these do have magic. For whatever reason, it is dormant.
Okay. Yeah, Val will hold on to those for a second and look for his last item.
Okay,
Which was
the
a-
last item. A 13?
Unlucky 13. I should know, my birthday's on the 13th.
You find a bag in which you see strange wooden dice.
Sus as fuck, Lana.
The dice of
Any
many
indication?
things.
Any indication what is on this bag? Like, is there anything on this bag to give any indication as to how to use it?
You look at it, you notice that its silk iridesces slightly. As you kind of squinted a bit more, you see that there is the image of a snake on it.
I really want these last two items, damn it. Fuck. Which one do I choose?
Theoretically, there's nothing stopping us from coming back, assuming we live.
I mean, they'll still be here. So, if you guys want to write down everything you found, including, like, the tactical potato, the tactical
Yes.
spoon, and the tactical fork,
If you don't think Gideon would come back for a potato, you don't know Gideon.
okay, alright.
Gosh. Just an iridescent bag with a snake on it and a pair of glasses that's magic power is currently dormant. That is such a tough call. I gotta roll a d4 for it, man. I'm gonna override that and still take the bag.
Okay, alright. You take the bag. Barrick? Are you back yet?
Hello. Yep.
Okay, cool. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'll do the accessories first.
Okay.
Roll.
Do it.
So we have a 19, a 12, two 12s, and a 6.
19, 12, and a 16.
And 6. Not a 16.
That is your first roll. Is that right?
The 19 was a first roll. The
Okay.
two 12s are in the middle. Then the last roll was a 6.
So you find a wand. It looks uncomfortable to the eye, but once you take hold of it, it sits quite perfectly in the palm. It nests there even. You feel that it has charges. You feel that it does something magical.
Alright.
And then your next number was
A 12.
a 12. All right. Let's see. 12. You're fine. A little ball. It's a little ball. A little heart. Seems to be partially clear. Has a little metal band on it.
Alright.
And what was your next roll?
A 12.
Oh yeah, and is this your last one?
The
Or
last
we only
one.
took 3.
The third. I had two 12s. So this is 12 number 2.
Gotcha. So your third number.
Yep.
All right. You find a belt. Seems to have little pouches that would be able to fit potions just right. Though as you look at it, you're aware that like you reach over and you poke your finger at it, and it resizes to whatever diameter you move your fingers to.
Alright.
And your last number?
A 6.
You find... we'll say you find a very attractive hat.
Alright.
It's magical, it's just, that's a dang good looking hat.
Oh, it's like I'm debating between the belt and the wand.
Jesus. Okay, hang on.
Can you roll to seduce the hat?
Well, you
Oh,
said you said it's very attractive, so.
Are you playing a cleric or a bard?
A cleric whose daughter is a succubus. Oh, sorry, paladin.
True. Aye, fair enough. I've used that argument on you before. Fair enough.
It's about time that he reverses the argument.
Charles, get the fuck out of here. Bad. Bad check. Bad.
Does he also want the hat?
No, he just had a really fucking corny line.
Gotta seduce a hat.
Who would think an ancient vault filled with legendary artifacts passed down from generation across generation of of elves would be filled with so much useless crap.
I'm probably gonna end up taking the wand.
Okay. Now, for either armor or weapon.
Uh, let's. I don't think I'm gonna get. It's like, hold on, I'm having to look at my spells real quick, because,
Armor or weapon. We're getting close to closing time here.
Let's do, weapon.
Weapon. Alright. Make your
Oof.
Ooh, that hurts my soul.
Oh.
Yeah. You guys cursed
Well.
me with all ones. You cursed Barrack in return.
You find a very finely crafted spear. You find a little toy sword. And you find another slightly different toy sword. And you find... Wait. It's the tactical knife. It's the final piece in the set.
We got the tactical potato and we got the tactical knife. The peeling knife. For
And
potatoes specifically.
Tact-a-tato, tact-a-spoon, tact-a-fork, and tact-a-knife.
I'm half
Sounds
tempted
like-
to just.
Go ahead, my bad.
It's like, is it a peeling knife? Because if so, I'm just half tempted to take it for shits and giggles for Laura. Totally not related.
Totally not related.
To
I mean, it is an actually sharpened blade. So like it's table knife in shape, but it is an actual sharpened blade, i.e., it is a real table knife.
I had to double check for a moment if I could actually use spears. I can. I'll probably just take the spear.
Okay, you gain a normal spear. Alright, now let me actually go get the rest of your item descriptions here. So we'll do get in first for his, and I'll be sending these to each of you in your personal messages.
All right.
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. After this is all done, Val is going to look to Barrack and ask for the list of items that he and him had talked about earlier. And he is specifically going to be searching the vault for... You good with me just sending this list to Lana?
Yeah. I took out, just to make it easier, I did take out the names of what spells they were for, but I will say, Lana, They're just the item components that do have an cost associated to them, but they're all for spells that Barrick currently has access to.
Honestly, just roll me a d20 right now.
D20. Who do you want to roll it, me or Val?
Either or.
Oh, an 11.
You get half of whatever you made a list for. That makes it a lot easier on me, and that makes it a lot easier on you. Okay, which one did you take? You took the wand?
Yep.
Barrick? Cool.
Oh hey, look, it's Barrick's first magical item.
There you go. Enjoy what it is.
Ooh.
Also, Val, I hope you appreciate the bag of yonder dice. It was also good luck reading that entire onslaught of text.
So you said half of the list, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Could I potentially just be like, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, cool. There's exactly 12 items on the list.
Yeah. Yep. If there's exactly 12, then
Can I pick and choose which half?
top half or bottom half.
Fuck. Here's my situation. One half contains an item I need for a certain spell that is extremely helpful in these situations in terms of identifying shit. The other half has components for a potentially very necessary spell that the party may need if we're gonna be doing a lot of fighting.
Well, that's the fun of having to choose which half.
Speaking of which, when the deity dude healed us, did he restore any of the spell slots, or are those still expended?
I will allow you to have those as returned to you.
Alright, because otherwise, Gideon would have like 0 spells left in his bank.
Yeah, I'll say you all functionally gain a long rest.
Woo!
I think that is fair, since you are preparing to gear up for effectively the big dungeon to come.
Oh boy. Alright. I don't think that helps
I feel
me
that this
out,
was a good
but-
spot to end it off. It was a much calmer session.
Indeed.
But it means that things the next session are gearing up to be pretty spicy. Although
Not
I'm still
calm
sad
with-
none of you drew from the deck. Ah!
Well, I was gonna actually, if we continued, I would have done something. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. I also, really badly have to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to be right back.
Alright. While he is gone, thank you everyone in the stream for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys next week. Oh, bye-bye.